The games that have had the biggest influence on NS's development. Can I count Aliens as a game? No, I can't. Star Control 2, StarCraft, maybe Quake 3 or Quake 2, Battlezone, a little bit of Tribes. Those are probably the biggest ones, I'd say.
I think one of my favorite games of all time had to have been PlanetSide, MMO FPS. A lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of interesting strategies that you could do. It did have its flaws for sure, but I'm looking forward to PlanetSide 2. I think that influenced a lot of my own personal ideas for what kind of games I would like to make.
So the games that have had the biggest influence on me were probably Nintendo 64 games initially, GoldenEye, Mario Kart, stuff like that. And then Unreal Tournament, Counter-Strike, and then Battlefield 1942, probably the biggest. I played a lot of Battlefield 1942.
By far, I'd say the most influential games on the work that I've done in Natural Selection 2 would be just all of the kind of seminal first-person shooters, the Quake series, Half-Life. I borrowed a lot of ideas from the architectures of those engines. I spent a lot of time going through all of the release source code for Quake 3. Did a lot of stuff with Valve's BSP files and the Quake 2 BSP files, and it was just a really great learning experience for me working with kind of what they had built on top of.
So the biggest influence on me, I think, is the Civilization series. I have very fond memories of playing the first game, and I played the hell out of every single game in the franchise. And that includes also the Alpha Centauri, which is also a fantastic game.
I love all the Dead Space games. I typically tend to be trending more towards single-player games these days, not so much multiplayer. Not sure why, but Uncharted. So some mix of some console, some PC gaming.
Fondest gaming memory. Again, I'll have to go back to PlanetSide. I had a really awesome clan that I was a member of, and we would group up and we'd have big, just fun nights where everybody would get into a tank, and then we would just like thunder rushes, I think is what we called it.
Well, playing Mortal Kombat in the arcades competitively it's definitely way up there, or at least what we thought was competitively. It probably wasn't really competitively. And almost getting the crap kicked out of me afterwards.
So I don't know if this is the fondest memory, this is a recent memory. I was playing this game called Ace of Spades, which is a great game. It's like a capture flag Minecraft. It's very recent. It's a lot of fun. So I was trying to capture a flag, and I was digging up into the enemy's base, and you could kind of hear other enemies around. So as I was digging up, I see the flag, because there's a rendering bug where you could see it through the world. So I know I'm close, and I get closer and closer, and I break through, and I look up, and sure enough, looking right down at me was the enemy, is this green blocky face looking right at me. And I grabbed the flag and panicked and started screaming like a little girl and got out of there as fast as I could. So that was a big surprise, and we were in a LAN party, and that was a lot of fun.
Fondest gaming memory. All right, so here's one, and this is kind of disturbing. Do you think people in white coats will come in and take me away? I don't know. So I remember so this is back to Civilization. Playing Civilization, just figuring it all out for the first time. We didn't have a manual or anything. So playing Civilization for the first time, when we managed to finally research the technology to build a nuke, and nuking our biggest competitor was probably one of my fonder memories, which is very disturbing.
My fondest gaming memories would definitely be playing games with my brother. I really remember one time when he came home from college with this new game, Doom, and we set up our computers next to each other with a serial cable going between them and played through co-op levels. It was just tons of fun.
Favorite alien class would probably have to be the Gorge. I always like building and healing and supporting in games, which is weird because I don't like doing that in real life, only in games.
Right now, I think Skulk is the only one that I don't completely suck at, so it tends to be the one that I'm trying to get the most practice in on.
I think Skulk is definitely by far my favorite, because I whenever, and this hopefully I'll get better as I play the game more, but whenever I evolve to something a little bit better, I end up dying and then I feel disappointed, especially when I go fade and I run into the battle all eager to kill someone and they just gun me down.
Favorite alien class. I'm really looking forward to playing more with Ionos. Just playtesting with him is pretty fun. Just seeing him romping around is just kind of jaw-dropping the first time you see it.
My favorite alien class has to be the Lurk. I'm a big fan of laying down spores to kind of confuse Marines and allow Skulks to sneak in under the cover and get some bites in. So I use him more of a supportive role. I don't get a lot of kills, I don't use the spikes as much, but I like to just kind of zoom in there into a bunch of Marines, lay down spores, and then get out.
I'm definitely more of a Marine enthusiast, but I guess my favorite alien class would probably be the Skulk, because when I die, I don't feel like I just wasted a whole bunch of resources, and I definitely end up dying a lot.
I prefer, I mean, I love both FPS and RTS, obviously, but I can't say I prefer one over the other. Just sometimes I want to do one, and other times I want to do the other. I really need them both, which is obvious from natural selection.
So I'm really not a RTS fan, so I never play Commander in natural selection. I'm always just running around on the ground with a gun. I like to shoot shit, so I probably shouldn't say shit.
I love both first-person shooters and real-time strategies. These are definitely my favorite game genres, and yeah, it's hard to say which one I would like more, because RTSs are just, they bring you one thing. I think in our game, I would have to say the first-person shooter is part of it's a lot better, or more interesting for me. I let someone else command because I really like to see the action up close, but I'll try commanding every now and then.
I do enjoy playing Marines a lot, especially because of the team aspect of it. It feels fantastic to be in a group of Marines with a commander that tells you what to do, and just there's this kind of, I can't describe it, you just have to play the game and feel it. It's awesome.